What is up, YouTube? Today we're back into the Guild War banger, and it's our first matchup against Fleet. Some of my good friends, obviously, I think it's Lunal's guild, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyhow, it's going to be a sweat war, obviously, full clear or nothing. And we're going to try to do a little bit of scouting because we have some people that are a little bit busier than usual, but hey, who doesn't love watching me scout? And also, I see a lot of you guys talking about like shirt this, no shirt this. I mean, like, whatever, man. Like, I'll give you guys one. All right. Anyways, like the video, comment for the algorithm. If you haven't watched the Guild War defense video, I highly suggest you watch that one as well, and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, we're going to jump into our first attack of the video. All right, so for our first attack, we're going to be hitting Myong, aka Lunal, and it is scouted, so I'll populate the information on screen now. And basically, we're just going to be bringing Crow to tank the Renac, so Crow's going to be on Prot set, on Holy Sack, on HP set. I am going to be going with Spirit Eye Celine, who will be my second character, on Speed and Pen, on Feed of Criticism. And so with 85% barrier of 4.7k, we're looking at 17,560 HP on Spirit Eye Celine. Obviously, Renek's going to do 7k fixed, so that will cut us down to about 10.5. And even if we, rip a Stray's S3 and we proc Divine Vessel, we're not going to die with Spirit Eye Celine, so that'll be okay. And then our Strays is going to be on Benny Maritachi, Speed, and Torrent. 85 crit since I only need to kill the Arunca. And I will put the damage calculation on screen now. So basically, how this works is Renac moves, and then Strays kills Arunca, and then we basically just let Celine finish up and Crow S3. Hopefully, Huayang. Obviously, you can't go Wind Rider because otherwise Huayang might just S3 into the Crow, and then you're just missing out on, like, I don't know, like 20k damage or something like that. So that's why we run this comp like this. For the bottom team, looks like it's getting more and more popular. Don't know why, but this comp I don't really think is that good. But we're going to be going with Young Senya here on Prot and Proof of Friendship. Now, you do need to have this maxed if you are planning to copy this attack, because your lose condition of it not being maxed is, pretty bad, right? If you're like plus 24, there's 10%, plus 27 to 5%. So if you're in a casual guild, I guess it's okay. But if you're kind of sweating, you need it to be plus 30. And I highly recommend you do put bottles into this, since it is going to be high value. And I think it's timeless, right? Hard Study is always going to be in the game until further notice. Then I'll be going with Gala in the front, who's going to be on Destro Torrent on Portrait of the Saviors. And I'll throw her damage calculation on screen now. And then Gala S3 is going to kill the FCC, which will then proc our Elagos on Double Torrent Pen set on Symbol of Unity, and make sure you're on the highest attack EE. If you just bring in Elagos and you bring the Stealth EE, which I have seen already people lose it by accident, make sure you don't run this, okay? You have to put the S3 EE on the highest attack. Otherwise, this comp is, the lose rate is much higher. So yeah, we're just gonna rip some damage and just kill him. And obviously, remember, when you're bringing Young Senya into FCC, her damage is halved. So if you're doing 10k, you're doing 5. If you're doing 5, you're doing 2.5. So just keep that in mind, okay? But it should be pretty clean since everything is calculated. So let us go right ahead. All right, Renac's gonna go. Crow resisted the pushback, which is nice, but this is gonna do a lot of damage to me. Okay. Almost get one shot. We are going to rip the S3 into the Arunca. That's going to proc Divine Vessel. Hopefully it doesn't kill Crow. I mean, even if it does, it's not losable. Ah, perfect. Alright. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go for a Soulburn S1 onto the Renac. We get the kill. I'm going to press the S3 just in case my Crow S3 obviously doesn't kill, but obviously it will. And we're at the S3. We're gonna do 25k to the Hua, so it's for sure we're gonna die. Beautiful. I think the only way that team would be good is if like if the enemy Huayang is like super fast. So if you're thinking about looking at the defense, I mean that could be not bad. Alright, so Harseti's gonna move here. Obviously, Young Senya can't hit Aiden, so Aiden's going to get the Vigor and then get 20 to 25% combat readiness, depending on the exclusive equipment. And now I'm going to go for S3 to boost our Gala forward, and then the Proof of Friendship will guarantee the turn. And I'm going to go for the S3 onto the FCC.
Try your best. Though it won't make a difference.
Perfect. That procs the Eligos. Should one-tap him. Beautiful.
My turn now.
Boost up 50%, and we're just gonna go for an S1 since we have Gap at the dual attack, and Gala finishes. Nice and clean. I think this follow-up comp is insanely goated. Obviously, you have to regear the Gala, but, you know, it's a small price to pay. But first one done, on to our second and third one for today. Alright, so for our second hit, it is going to be a Scout. So first team, it's going to be Hua, Arunka, and Ilinab. And I'm going to go in with FCC here, who's going to be on an ER build on Bastion of Hope, so I can resist defense break from the Arunka. Then I'll be going with Mort, who's going to be on Destro Immunity. I'm going to be going Rise of Monarch to recycle, or to cycle the shields for FCC. Shu S3 on Sweet Miracle, we're just going to tempo up and just use the chip damage to kill the Hua slowly but surely. And should be clean. Bottom team, we're going to go with Christy on Adamant Shield. Obviously, she already has Aureus built into her passive, as you can see here for the back row. And then I'll be going with Ilinab on Bastion of Prelucia on triple HP set, so I can give a fat barrier to Aria, as she's going to have to tank in Renak S2 and S3. Then I'll be going with Aria on Fairy Tail for Nightmare, Focus EE on Lifesteal and on HP, and it's going to be pretty clean, I believe. So let us go right ahead.
Nothing in this world is free.
Alright, so let us go ahead and grab a screenshot real quick, and then S3.
Time to pay up for taking me lightly.
This here.
26k-ish Ilinab. Tank it like a boss. If I S3, it might proc Divine Vessel, so we just S1 here to barrier up for FCC. Oh, never mind. My Shu is lower HP, so we won't get the barrier. Looks like it's like 23k Arunka-ish. Rocket Punch.
Open to new opportunities.
S1 here.
So,
Hua's about 17k HP, it looks like. Okay, we tank it. Do I S3 or do I S1 here? I think S3, right? To just nullify the damage. Yeah, it's definitely S3.
I will win. No. I must win. What, you think this is a joke?
Go for S3 here, recycle speed buff, and heal up a little bit here.
You think you're ready to rumble? Good try.
Just work it slow. Resist. Big counter, get a barrier.
Raise your sword for me.
I could S3, but I don't have skill null on this anymore, so it's probably best to just S1 so I don't proc, but I hope S1 doesn't do too much damage. Otherwise, that'd be kind of grief, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, okay, nice. And I will just regular S1.
let my guard down.
Another counter is huge. Okay. Tank a hit.
Nothing in this world.
Probably just burn here to get the kill. Oh, that proc Divine Vessel. Should be fine though. Shu's just gonna cycle like crazy and eventually kill Hua.
Just follow my lead.
I will S1 Ilinab to just I'm just gonna S3 here since we already proc Divine Vessel and I could fear this, so just get all of our damage out.
For a rare spectacle.
Okay, nice. Well, of course fear is fake. Why am I not surprised?
This is a joke.
It's probably best for me to kill the Hua-Young here.
Sweet babies already.
I should be able to lap this Ilinab, I'm pretty sure, since I'm like really fast Shu here.
I'm always
And then Soulburn S1 to go for a kill, and that's over. Nice and smooth. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's just hope I tank this.
turning to coward.
Surely I tank this. Oh, beautiful.
With this sword of spirit, there is nothing that I can't slash.
I think even with this S3, Illidan mitigates a lot of it, so it should be fine. It does go on Christie though, which means it'll boost up my Aria. And now I just press Aria S3,
I will not give
and I will S3 onto the Dragon Bride Senya.
We can secure our victory.
That all?
S1 goes. We're gonna proc the Aria.
Dare.
This is actually pretty good since I'm not gonna proc Bride Resolve here. Okay,
You'll
very
be dealt with
nice.
by the law.
It's S3. I think S1 is troll because I can provoke Renak, but I think S3 here to just go for 2 hits with Senya Celine onto Aria. And yeah. Yeah, we S3 here.
Hard work always pays off. I'll make this painless.
Also heal up with Christie a little bit. It's going to be very helpful. And that kills. Beautiful. Now we're going to have to tank Bride Resolve, but it's the least of our problems since we have Illidan on field. And Indom defense buff, I mean, there's just no way the Celine's going to one-shot me.
What are you looking at?
Brackets, I think. Oh, it's ER
In the
Celine.
blink of an eye.
Okay, S1 tanks it. Counter. Unfortunately, we were not able to strip, but I'm gonna... Should I throw a hit onto... no. I think we S1 this. Since if I crit, I let her heal. Senya hits me. I can just go for the kill with FTT. So I just S1 this. Yeah. I think this is the right play, because Celine, even though Celine's on ER, I can just kill. Pretty certain. Yep, perfect.
Will suit you well.
Okay, very nice, very nice. That
I've
kills.
made it this far.
S1 this. Can't provoke it, but Aria will just finish it off.
Breathless.
And super clean. Solid, solid, solid.
The key to victory is
Alright.
simple.
On to our third
Preparation
attack of
and
today.
review.
Alright, so for our third attack, it's going to be scouting into Harrison. So we're going to be going Celine, Renak, and Senya. Since we already have some of the units geared, we're going to go ahead and run it again. So Christie will be 1500 defense, 22-6, 291 with Bastion of Hope this time. I will be going with Illidan on Prot set HP sets on Bastion of Pelucia, so I can get a fat shield for my Celine. Sorry, my Aria. Aria will be on the Lifesteal Fairy Tale for a Nightmare build, as we saw previously. Bottom team, I'm going to be going with Roana on GIC, double HP ER set. Then I'll be going with Pillis, who is going to be on Protection set, Defense set on Aureus. Release imprint, obviously, for F Maya. Then my F Maya is going to be on Rocket Punch, Counter set, Defense, 3K22. Once again, if you're running F Maya, you do want to be 3K20 at least, at the bare minimum. And yeah, there's 3 dark units, and there's a lot of dual attacks, so Pillis is obviously going to be a very favorable option in this spot. So it should be pretty clean, so let's go red head. Alright, Feet of Criticism, Discreet Hands.
Trying to get away.
So we know it's not going to be RNL Renak or RNL Celine.
This ill-fated
Celine is
relationship between
8.4.
us ends here.
It's pretty fast, so I'm assuming it's just full damage.
I make this moment.
And this goes on Christie, so then this boosts my Aria forward. Makes my life a lot easier. And then we just S3. Start working the Renak with FTT.
Know your place.
Good strip.
No.
If we crit on the Renak, we might be able to do enough damage, but we'll see. Okay, very nice. I will go for the Renak here.
Promises of this spear.
Sooner we get the Renak out of the game, the better it is going to be for us. This looks like a top speed one as well, so I don't believe it's... I don't want to provoke this into this, so I'm just going to S3. I'll just gamble that my Aria is going to touch the Renak here to kill with Fairy Tale. And even if it doesn't, I mean, I have enough ER to resist with Indom, so we're not sweating at all. Okay, we proc by Resolve. We missed the Renak, unfortunately. Renak's going to move, but she'll die. I think my FTT damage should register before she gets the next turn, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we hit anyway. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Tank it. Strip off the barrier. Nice. And this goes. I'll just be able to kill the Celine. If you're looking for an offense team for defenses like this, honestly, I love running Aria, so you guys can copy if you want.
You haven't
And go for another S1. Get more fairy tail damage going.
required.
Results may vary, by the way, if you're watching this. Just saying. Okay, work this. S1. Can't provoke this, so it's good, so that it goes on to Aria. Oh, just kidding. And should kill with defense in Dom. Oh, this will finish it. Beautiful. Okay, let's go on to our last attack of the video. Okay. Shepherd of the Hollow, 21.6 Harsetti, which tells me it's probably either high damage or high F. Can't tell. We'll see. Oh, that's really squishy. 17k Politis. I think I saw Spatial, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, it's Spatial. Okay. BBK is gonna S3. I mean, like, who cares? Just tank it like a beast.
I must be brave.
So I could S1 or I could S3 here. What's the move? S3 gives me a little bit of barrier. The barrier goes here if I S1. It's not going to do much. I think S3 is better just to heal up here, since I don't know when I'm going to get another rotation since I'm speed down. And it looks like it's fast Harsetti. Yeah, I'm going to S3 here. Just get my barrier up. Get my barrier, keep it F my full HP.
Save us all.
Because I just might not get another opportunity to rip the S3 here. So I'm just going to go for S1 onto the Harsetti. I think an S3 might have even killed if I crit, but I'm not going to gamble it. Abyssal Crown is confirmed on the Harsetti now. Okay. Just tank it. Just tank it. Counter? Oh, man. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... Okay, we're going to S3 onto the Harsetti to get the kill. And then we're going to proc the FMI. We're going to proc the BBK after with the S1. With Rocket Punch, since we have defense buff. And even if he S1s into me with no defense buff, like, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm going to heal it a little bit here with Roana. Now, BBK is getting pretty close to proccing, so this barrier will be helpful. Obviously, now it's Harsetti is gone, so this is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Big counter. I think BBK might even cut me here. Yeah. No attack buff though, so it's okay. And he's gonna be lower HP now, so I can just kill it with FMIS1. Beautiful. Yeah, I think in a perfect world, like killing the BBK first, so the Harsetti locks the speed is a little bit better in this comp. But I think it's a kind of a marginal. Like, I don't really think it makes that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things. It might just make the fight a little bit longer, if anything.
I'm here for you.
But you know, who cares about that? Not me. We're here for a long time and a good time. Also, let's buff F Maya Smalgate. I'm down. I'm down to buff F Maya. Let's give her an AoE S3 that extincts on hit and does like 10k fixed damage. I'm down. Okay. And we'll go for the S3. This does more damage. And it should kill. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Super clean. Nice, nice. Alright, well that's gonna conclude the Guild War video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. One more scout. So we got 2 out of 3 scouts in one video. Will the next one be 3 out of 3? Probably not. But hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making it. Not a lot of fun spending gold though. But it is what it is. Thanks for supporting the channel and watching the videos and liking. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye!